The courage to confront the complex inner self in Ingeborg Bachmann's Malina. Essay on reading for you, lacking in knowledge and cultivation. The courage to confront the complex inner self in Ingeborg Bachmann's Malina. Do you feel that the word book itself is daunting and dull? Or perhaps you understand you should read, but are uncertain where to start and worried you won't understand the contents. It's okay. Reading is not the exclusive domain of special people. It is merely one of the most profound ways to listen to human hearts and indirectly experience the diverse realities of the world. The book I'd like to introduce to you today might be far from what you consider easy. However, through this book, you'll discover unexpected insights into yourself and the deep inner nature of humanity that you have never encountered before. This is the novel Malina by the Austrian author Ingeborg Bachmann. This book may leave readers who expect a clear and straightforward plot feeling disoriented. It offers a mysterious and sometimes painful experience akin to dreaming or gazing deeply into the soul. Yet it's exactly in these points that the true value of the book shines. Aren't there complex emotions tangled within all of our hearts that are difficult to explain and understand? Malina invites us on a courageous journey to explore this invisible inner world. 1. Malina, a portrait of the labyrinthine inner self. Malina is the story of a nameless female writer. She lives with her beloved Ivan, but his love fails to fulfill her and instead brings confusion and pain. When she's with Ivan, the woman always feels discomfort and incompleteness, and she also lives with another man, Malina. Malina is the opposite of Ivan, calm and rational. He supports her writing as an assistant. At first glance, it may seem like a story of a woman caught between two men, but this novel is certainly not a simple romantic triangle. Ivan and Malina are both real characters and at the same time represent diverse facets of the female narrator. Ivan represents the passionate and emotional aspects of the female writer, such as her longing for love, her anxieties, and her dependent self. He is mesmerizing to her but also makes her suffer, suppressing her true self. We often find ourselves being passionately drawn to someone, only to lose ourselves or be hurt in these relationships. Ivan is like a mirror reflecting such human weaknesses and desires. Malina is the rational and orderly part of her, the cold self that enables her to write and engage in intellectual activities. He organizes her chaotic emotions and compels her to confront reality. However, at times, he appears overly rational, suppressing her sensitive feelings and femininity. Within all of us, passionate emotions and cold rationality constantly exist together, competing and striving for harmony. Malina embodies our rational efforts to achieve this balance. The female writer, narrator, she is caught in conflict and confusion between Ivan and Malina, searching for her identity. As a writer, she longs to write, yet she suffers deeply from the conflict between the roles society expects from women and her inner desires. Her story is a mix of dreamlike, fantastical scenes and reality, pulling the reader into her mental world. This novel is not driven by a clear narrative sequence but rather progresses through the inner psychological states of characters, the flow of consciousness, and dreams and fantasies. Sometimes, cruel and painful memories from the past, especially from childhood, appear in the form of dreams and plague her. All of this reflects a fierce inner struggle within a woman and the deep contemplation of the fundamental question, who am I and how should I live? 2. Profound insights, implications, offered by Malina. What meaning can this complex novel hold for us, especially for you who may not be accustomed to reading? Malina offers us deep questions and reflections rather than the entertainment of following a plot. Who am I? The exploration of self-identity. Malina depicts the painful journey of the female narrator in her search for identity. She experiences constant conflict among the roles society assigns to women, the self that depends on her beloved, and her independent self as a writer. We all ask ourselves, who am I? The me in the workplace, the me at home, the me among friends, and the me when alone can all differ slightly. Malina shows us how complex and often painful it is to acknowledge the various selves within us and find the true me. Reading this book can be an opportunity for you to reflect on the various aspects of your own inner self. the duality of love, salvation, or destruction. The relationship with Ivan dramatically illustrates how deeply love can entangle and even destroy a person. Love can bring us immense joy and happiness, yet it can also cast dark shadows of anxiety, jealousy, and dependency. The narrator loses her voice while clinging to Ivan's love and suffers from his absence. Malina poses questions about what true love is and what efforts are needed to maintain healthy relationships. By confronting the complex and sometimes cruel face of love, we reflect not only on our relationships with others but also with ourselves. The sadness of those who lose their voices, silence, and language. The narrator, though a writer, faces difficulty in expressing her true feelings and thoughts in words. It illustrates how difficult it is for a woman to reveal her own experiences and pain to the world. Her writing becomes both a means of survival and a source of frustration. There are many people around us who struggle with being unable to adequately express their thoughts and feelings, leading to frustration and pain. Malina deeply explores the sadness of those who lose their voices, highlighting the power and limitations of language and how silence can sometimes say more than words. Shadows of the past, unhealed wounds. In the novel, the narrator repeatedly suffers from nightmares related to her childhood, especially trauma stemming from her relationship with her father. These shadows from the past constantly trouble her and influence her actions and emotions. This book reminds us how past wounds control our present and how important it is to confront and heal them. What past experiences are silently holding on to us without our awareness? Malina encourages us to bravely face these invisible threads. Fading boundaries, the ambiguity between reality and fantasy. Malina crosses the boundaries of reality and dreams, of reason and madness. The narrator's inner world is so powerful it can overwhelm the external reality. This ambiguity prompts the reader to question, what is truth? And is what I see and feel really everything? Sometimes we may be confused about whether our pain or turmoil stems from reality or is created by our inner world. This book vividly portrays the complex mental state of humanity, expanding our experiences. At the end of the novel, the female narrator disappears into the wall. Her vulnerable and emotional self vanishes, leaving only Malina, who says, "It was murder, es war mord." This shocking ending allows for various interpretations. It might signify that the self of the female writer or female identity is suppressed by society, eventually leading to death. Alternatively, it could be the tragedy of the emotional self disappearing while the rational self remains. Regardless of the interpretation, this ending leaves readers deep in thought, questioning what is lost and what should remain in our lives. 3. Reading, a difficult but beautiful journey. Malina is certainly not an easy book. It is filled with complex sentences, ambiguous plotlines, and profound symbolism, which may feel burdensome at first. However, if you read through this book, you will experience an extraordinary journey of peering into the depths of the human soul. This book does not offer you clear answers. Instead, it asks numerous questions and encourages you to find your own answers. That is the true power of this book and of all great literary works. Through the pain and confusion of the characters in the novel, we come to reflect on our own inner selves and reconsider the meaning of life. Reading is sometimes like a marathon. It can be challenging and tiring at first, but the sense of achievement and insight you gain at the end is irreplaceable. Malina will be an excellent companion for this long journey. Through this book, you will gain a deeper understanding of your emotions, empathize with the complex inner world of others, and move toward a broader and richer world of thought. So, do not be afraid. If you are ready to step into the new world of books, open Ingeborg Bachmann's Malina. As you turn each page, you will likely discover another unfamiliar yet fascinating aspect of yourself. This book will be a powerful intellectual stimulus that awakens your inner self and brings up new questions about life. I sincerely wish that through reading, your life will become more abundant.